right, guys, welcome to chapter 2. In this chapter, we're going to be talking about how to choose a business venture. So I'm very excited about this one. This is one that is very important because you have to choose the right venture and start off on the right foot in order to become successful. Okay, you can't just start any business off of a random thought or a random idea. A lot of people do it that way, and that's why most people that get into business fail. Okay, so again, um, there has to be a lot of research done into an industry and your location where you're going to build that business, okay, before you should start a business venture. In order for you to succeed in any business venture, you need to develop the skills necessary to really break down and assess the venture's viability before putting any money, effort, or energy into building it. In this chapter, you will learn how to, one, come up with a business idea, two, the differences between franchise and startup businesses, three, the difference between product and service-based businesses, okay? Four, why choosing an already proven idea and proven industry is the foundation of success. Five, why you need to consider how a venture will affect your time, income, and lifestyle. Okay, those are all really important things. And last but not least, number six, how to choose and stick with a specific business niche as you go through this entire process. Okay, so again, welcome to this chapter. We are going to hopefully by the end of the chapter give you enough clear ideas and a clear path to choosing a venture so that you can get started on this journey on building success. So section one, okay. Section one, we're going to talk about how the best ideas, guys, they are all they're within reach. I mean, a lot of times these businesses that you're thinking about, they're all around you. Okay, there are people already proving what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so to start off, really, you got to think about in the business launch blueprint family, you're either going to fall into one of three categories. Okay, one, you already know what kind of business you want or launch, or you already have launched a business, and you're within your first 4, 5, 6, 10 years of your business. And so you already know where your niche is. Two, you have ideas for possible ventures, but you're not sure which one to pick. Okay. Or three, which may be a lot of us, you have no idea where to start. You're just here to figure out a business and get going, and you want to get going as fast as possible. No matter what category you're in, this is the right place to be in. Okay, guys. So, and I'm excited to show you guys how to get from this point wherever you're at to starting something or to revamping something or to figure out why the existing business isn't taking off yet. And we'll go over all these processes right now. Okay, so first thing, I want to go ahead and do a little more drawing for you guys. Okay, so the process of choosing a venture shouldn't be a very hard one, guys. And by now you should know that the way I look at things is very, very simple. I call the process by which I choose ventures the Fab Four, okay, of business. Okay, the Fab Four. So I use four indicators to help me determine whether or not a business is viable. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to share those with you guys. And then we're going to break down each one so that you guys can figure out whether or not the venture you're thinking of or the venture that you will come up with is a viable one for where you're at, for what you're doing in the industry that you're going to be doing it in. Number one, and we're going to touch on this as we go through this chapter, guys. Number one is that venture must be a proven venture. Oh, my iPad is going crazy. Proven. Okay. So again, I don't believe that a business should be built off of just a random idea. Just because you like something does not mean that it is something that you should do. Okay. Is it proven in your market. Okay. So you got to figure out, is this a proven business in your market where you're going to be doing business? Because if it's not a good business to start. Okay. Number 2 is time. Will it give you the time freedom that you are looking for? Okay, and again, this is different for everybody, guys. Time freedom. Some people want to not work at all. Some people love working, so they want to work 5 hours a day. So again, cater this to you. Is it going to give you the time that you need? Okay, next one is income. I also put this in the order of importance too, guys. Proven, it has to be proven. 2, time is very important, more important than even money. And we'll go into more of that as we go throughout this whole course. Income. Is the income sufficient? Again, these are all questions that you guys need to ask yourself, because again, some people can live off of 3,000. Some people need 50,000 a month to live off of, right? To be satisfied and to live a fulfilled life. Okay. So again, income. Is this business really going to give you the income that you need to be able to survive and to live, what the next step is, which is lifestyle. Okay, and this is an important one, because this is, does it match your lifestyle goals and your values? Okay. Really important, guys. Proven first, giving you the time you need, income you need, and lifestyle. Okay. And again, as we go throughout this chapter, we're gonna talk more about each one of these things. Okay. But I'm gonna jump right into really helping you realize, guys, that no matter what you think, these business ideas are everywhere. Okay. You can't have a scarcity mentality. You can't think like, oh, it's so saturated, this and that, this won't work. Oh, maybe it works for them, but it won't work for me. Guys, just look around you. Okay. I hear too many times, like, I just don't know what to do. There's not enough businesses out there, or everything that I want to do isn't going to work. And you really got to look around you, guys. And it's very telling when you see people. What I normally look for first, guys, is I look for people that are living the lifestyle that I want to live. Okay. Again, I go back to the Fab Four and I look at it and say, hey, if I see somebody and they've built a business and it's doing great to me, if I see that happening enough, it's proven. If they're going on vacations and it seems like they're always with their families, and I know every one of you guys knows a family like this. They're always on a vacation. They're always doing whatever the heck they want. It seems like when everybody's at work and it's not a holiday, it doesn't matter, because they still get to take time off. Sorry, I dropped my pen. Oh, they still get to take time off, right? So I like looking at that and saying, well, okay, this is the industry they're in, and because of that, they're making this income, money. And then the last one, guys, lifestyle. They also live their life in a way that fits the lifestyle that I want in the future, and it also fits my values. Okay. And I'll say this a lot, guys. A lot of times a business venture will meet the first 3 on this list, but not the last one. And what I want you guys to know is that you have to check every single box in this list for this to work. Okay. You can't have a business that's proven, gives you time and money, but it doesn't fit your lifestyle. And the best example I can give of that is that, hey, dealing drugs is a very proven business. Okay. It gives you, a lot of the drug dealers have all the time in the world. They have all the money in the world, but lifestyle wise, you probably don't want to be running from the cops, the DEA all the time. You probably don't want to look over your shoulder wondering if someone's, chasing you, or if somebody's going to kill you and your family because you're this big drug dealer. Okay. So again, every one of these 4 things has to be checked off for you personally in your life, in order for you to be able to say, okay, cool, it meets all of these criteria. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger and start this business. Okay. But again, so look around you. Okay, look at the things that you enjoy. Look at the things that you have. What education do you have? Look at some projects that you're involved in. Look at the people around you. Look at what they're doing. Um, do you have any friends, right, that are very successful? Again, look for these places. Look for these families. Look for these neighborhoods, right? I live in a certain neighborhood in Utah because everybody around me, they're all big business owners. They're doing a lot of great things and a lot of random things. I got a neighbor that sells air guns. I got another neighbor that does a call center in the Philippines. I got another neighbor that's selling software. I got, all over the place, and I love seeing it. I love watching these families, and I love deciding whether or not it's something that I want to look into. Okay. Um, but first off, I mean, really, let's say, okay, that you're similar to me, where you don't have a lot of formal education. I only have my high school, not a degree, my high school diploma. You know, um, but look at everybody else around you, guys. It doesn't have to be on you. You can look around you and say, hey, is there anybody else around me that I can partner with and monetize their expertise? Okay, maybe you have a sibling who went to medical school and they specialize in nutrition. You can think of, supplement companies, right? Maybe I can start a supplement company because my friend or my brother, my sibling knows all of this. Like, they have the knowledge, they have the know-how, but you have the business savvy, so that you can go ahead and create a business from what they're doing. Okay. So, do you have a friend who's a certified dog trainer, right? You can look at that and say, well, they've worked for another business being a dog trainer, but what if I helped create an online course for dog training, right? Similar to this course that you just bought, right? To learn from me how to start businesses. People are paying online for education to learn how to do a lot of different things. So you can start an online course on how to train your dog, right? Do you have a friend that's an avid golfer? Think about that. Well, maybe I can, ask him what he's not happy with or she's not happy with as far as equipment goes, and I can start a high quality golf equipment store. Guys, it's everywhere, and all of these things. There's so many around you. You got to get out of that scarcity mentality, break out of that box, and say, and open your eyes and just look and see all the different opportunities that are right around you. Now, when approaching these people, okay, when approaching people to ask them if you can partner with them, you got to do it in a certain way. So I'm going to give you an example of something that I did with a very, very good friend of mine, a childhood friend of mine, and I'll share that with you right now. So I had a buddy, I have a buddy, and his name is Diamond Ott. Okay, so Diamond we actually graduated high school together, and he joined the military just like I did, and he's still in the military, and he serves all over the place, and right now I think he's deployed in Afghanistan. But in any case, I wanted to start a business where I could have a subscription model. Okay. Again, from talking to a lot of my friends, I decided that, hey, a subscription model works. And especially a subscription model where people are only paying $8 to $12 an hour. Okay. So I wanted to start that. I didn't know what I wanted to start in. I started looking around my friend group, and I actually had a buddy of mine that was very, very fit. And I asked them, I said, hey, what if I created a fitness business online for you that's kind of like a subscription-based business? That friend actually turned me down. He said, no, I'll try, and I like training people live in person. So I said, okay. And then I thought about my buddy Diamond, who actually amassed a huge following on Instagram and Facebook by doing fitness things. Here's an example of something right here. Right. So he does all these crazy workouts right online, and then people love it. And so they say, hey, they're asking him questions like, what do you do for supplements? What do you do for this? How do I work out this part of my body, this part? And I saw that and I said, you know what? With the following that he has, I think that I can grow it. I can figure out how to grow it, and I can create a business out of this. Okay. So I approached him and I said, hey, Diamond, what if I did this for you? I know you have no time because you're full-time in the military. And I love Diamond because he's so focused and he loves serving. Okay. And he even told me, he said, yeah, I just can't, this cannot affect my service in the military. And I tell him, you know what? I'll respect that, and we can make this happen even with your really, time sensitive, and he doesn't have a lot of free time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, so what we did is we ended up flying him in to Utah, to a studio here, to a gym here, and over over about a 3-month period, we created this online um, fitness business. I developed an app for him. Okay, so he has an app where we do what you call it, a subscription-based model. Like I said, this is what I was really wanting to get into. Okay, so we built this app, and it features all the workouts that he does. And it took us about 3 or 4 trips for him to fly here, and over the amount of his days off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we were filming all of this and trying to get as much content as we can to create this awesome app for people to purchase and to pay a monthly fee on, right? So here's kind of the pricing models. All of this I was able to learn from the industry, from a lot of research that we did. And anyways, we created this business, and now it's a running business. It didn't take a lot of time from him, but because I was the one who understood the business side of it, we were able to create this business for the both of us to partner in, and now we both make a profit from it. So again, guys, look around you. Don't limit yourself to just you and your skills and your knowledge and your know-how. Look outside of you, because it's all around, guys, and you can partner with other people, and I'll explain how to do that here in a little bit. But what's most important, guys, is when you approach people, you have to come from the from the angle of serving them. Okay, um, you cannot partner with somebody if you're just coming to them and saying, hey, I want to partner with you. You give me all of this, and then I'll give you some money in exchange for that. No, it doesn't work that way. At least, if you're looking for longevity and trying to figure out something where you can actually help that person. In Diamond's case, my offer to him was, hey, Diamond, let's partner on this, and I'll figure out a way for you to make an extra income to help your family, your parents, on top of what you're already making with the military, without jeopardizing any of the time of you serving in the military. Okay, that was the offer. And again, that partnership is going great right now, because we're growing this thing without needing to pull him out of what he's focusing on right now, and that's his serving in the military. Another reason why you want to do it this way, guys, is because you have to chase experts. Okay, I love thinking of it that way, that what we do is we chase experts. We're not trying to be the expert in everything. Heck, especially with the way my education level, I can't be the expert in a lot of things, because I don't have the education to be the expert in a lot of things. I'll give you one more example of something that happened to me when I first got into business. Okay, I got into real estate investing. Okay, and a lot of people are doing this. Okay, and for me, it was just a way that I saw. Again, I looked around me, I saw a lot of people that were very successful, and a lot of the ones that were successful, they all had their hands, one way or another, in real estate investing. And so I said, hey, I want to do this. I went out, and like I'm telling you guys to do, I went out and I bought courses. I went to a lot of different things. My wife and I, we spent our first, or one of our tax returns shortly after we got married, on a real estate investing course that cost about $3,000. Okay. And we spent that money. I went to this course, and I started learning. I wanted to learn what it was that, what part of real estate investing I should get into. Okay. So here is me, non-expert. Okay. So I'm sitting here as the non-expert, and I want to get into real estate investing. And I actually, after going through all these different courses, I decided that the part of real estate investing that interested me the most was a method called short sales. Okay. And in short sales, somebody has a house that they are that they're maybe going into foreclosure already, or in foreclosure, and you can go in and deal directly with the bank to try and get that price or to buy that house directly from the bank before it short sales, so that you can make a profit off of it. Okay, so I'll explain how that happens. So anyhow, I wanted to learn how to get this done. I was not the expert. I did take a class. I learned some things on how to find a deal, but I didn't necessarily know from that one course how to really do the entire deal. And some of you guys may have taken these courses where you learn something, but you don't really learn all of it, right? In this course, I'm teaching you step by step on how to do a lot of things, but a lot of courses, they purposely only teach you little bits and pieces of things so that you can come back and have to, do course after course after course after course after course. So in any case, so I learned enough to learn that, hey, in order for me to have a deal, I have to find a house that's probably in foreclosure. Okay. And with an owner that's willing to deal with me, and we'll together work with the bank to try and figure out a deal to get them out of foreclosure so that they don't have that on their credit, so that they can go and move on with their life, buy a more affordable house for them, that they can live in, and now they save their credit. In any case, so I go and I find this deal, okay, and this deal has some potential, okay. I ran the math, and to me it should have made, well, it had the potential to make about $25,000, okay. And I said, okay, I have this deal, but again, I'm still a non-expert. I knew enough to go and find this deal. So I went ahead and I reached out to someone that I heard about, okay, and her name is Julie, okay, and she is the expert. Now pay attention, guys, because it's really important that you understand this, because you want to be able to be in a position where you're bringing value to somebody. Like I brought value to Diamond, I want to bring value to Julie, okay? Because normally what happens to Julie is that she has all of these people, okay? All of these people vying for her time. And I saw this firsthand. I saw a lot of people coming to Julie and saying, hey, they're saying, show me how to do a deal, teach me how to do this, right? And they're asking her, hey, can I shadow you? Can I come and spend some time with you, right? The problem was that all of these people that were asking these, they were bringing no value at all to the table for Julie, okay? So what I did was I did my work. I found a deal, or what I thought was a deal, okay? And I said, okay, I need to find or chase and find an expert to help me with this. I found Julie, and what I did is I said, hey, Julie, I got this great deal. I came to her with this, okay, value, because I wanted to learn how to do short sales. And instead of approaching her with nothing, I said, hey, Julie, get this. I have this deal. I'm pretty sure it's a great deal, okay? And I think it can make $25,000. I was wondering if I can just give this deal to you, and in turn, if you can just let me watch, let me sit in the back. Same thing these other guys were asking for, right? Same thing these guys were asking for, but I'm coming from a different angle. I already have a deal that I could try and do myself and scrap together and just, make some money hopefully on it. Or I can bring it to the expert, have the expert do it, okay? Partner, okay? Partner, so that I can learn how to get this done, right? Or so that we can do this together. Long story short, Julie said, oh, heck yeah, you're bringing me this deal. Yeah, definitely come sit and watch. I'll kind of walk you through the process. And I told her, I was very honest with her, and I just said, hey, I'm not the expert. I don't know how to do this. You do. So I'd love to learn how to do this. Okay. So long story short, Julie actually took that deal. She helped break it down with me, and she showed me kind of what to look out for and how to do this. She ended up turning that deal, okay, into a $27,000 profit. And throughout that whole process, okay, I was able to sit and, right? So what I was able to get from her what I was able to get from her was I was able to learn. Okay. So I'm bringing value, partnership, and a deal, right? And she's letting me learn. Okay. So she makes the profit. I get to watch the whole thing. We partnered. Great deal for me. This to me was more valuable than even money. So I wanted to know how to do this business so that I can, in the future, again, it's a teach me how to fish, don't fish for me thing. Teach a man to fish, don't fish for him. That's what I wanted. I wanted to learn how to fish so that if I wanted to, I can continue on and do as many of these deals as I wanted to do in the future. Um, it just so happened too that she said, you know what, Mo, I'll go ahead and pay you a $2,000 finder's fee as well. Okay. And a lot of people may look at that and say, man, um, that's not a lot. She should have paid you more. She made a whole bunch of money. And I say to that, nope. Right. She's the expert. Just like in this case, guys, when you become an expert, you're going to get people knocking at your door all the dang time. It happens to me all the time on how to start businesses because I've become an expert in how to start multiple profitable businesses that pay you month in, month out, whether or not you are physically there in your business. So in any case, this is how you create a partnership. Okay, guys, you got to bring value and massive value. Don't ever approach somebody and just say, hey, I want to hold on to your coattails, but I'm not willing to do anything for you. You may have to work for free for a while. You will want to work for free for a while. Okay. I get people even now that, I hang out with these people that are making tens of millions, and because of that, I'm trying my best to serve and serve and serve and serve them with no, expectation for payment in return. It's just a blessing to me if I can even just be in their presence and learn and watch and see how they do certain things, and I'm just trying to make deposits into that relationship so that eventually there'll come a time where I may need assistance or learning from that person, and they'll be more than willing to help me out because I've invested so much time and even money sometimes into that relationship to provide value for them. Okay. So in any case, guys, that is what this section is about, guys. You got to learn how to get out there. You got to see the opportunities around you because there's so many. Okay. And I challenge you to open your eyes when you go about, now when I go eat, when I go anywhere now in my life, I'm always looking at different businesses and saying, oh, that's cool. I'll pick something up. I got this big bottle here and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wonder how much this costs to make. I got this metal straw too. And I'm like, all of these things for me, I look at it and I look at margins. I'm thinking differently now because I only think about business, and it's fun because I can say, well, it'd be cool to get into that industry, or that industry is not for me because it just doesn't fit the Fab Four for me. Okay. But in any case, guys, let's dive deeper into the Fab Four in these next sections. Thanks for listening to this section. Let's get on to the next.